What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Epic Gamer. In today's video, I simply just want to watch a few of these trailers for all these new amazing games that are coming out this year and next, and just kind of want to discuss the games that I'm truly looking forward to. So grab yourself a snack and let's watch some of these trailers and let's discuss how amazing these games are going to be. So first up is Atomic Heart, and by the trailer you're seeing in the background, this game looks absolutely stunning, and honestly it looks pretty interesting with all the different like robots and mechanical things that are in the game. Hang on, I'm just letting this thing play out. And then the vehicles are really cool, the little, I don't know, corny little things that are in it I just find to be, and just the visuals alone are absolutely stunning. Like, you can't tell me that does not look amazing. This is a game I've never played the first one, but I am definitely looking into that right now so that when I play this one I at least have somewhat of an idea of what's all going on. This game reminds me a lot of like in a sense like BioShock, where you kind of get little powers and things like that and you're fighting just creepy monsters and things, and then of course you have, you know, these strange little robots, but it looks pretty amazing. Oh, and then we got that. Alrighty then. Cute little monkey thing here. I'm not really sure what I just witnessed, but overall, I mean, there's a lot of really good games coming out soon, and this is just a little list that I put together, the ones that I find to be the most interesting. And there's so many, like, I don't know I'm gonna have the time to play all of these games. Like, that's very interesting. That's the world's largest syringe. Alright, I mean, look at the graphics, it looks phenomenal. Dolphin with a weird helmet on. Alrighty, like that's right there. Alright, so this game right here is called Ill. This game I'm looking forward to as much as I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 9 Requiem. This game, just watch this trailer. It looks absolutely, I mean, it looks like pure and utter nightmare fuel. I mean, whatever this is, it kind of reminds me of like some type of nuclear, you know, deformities maybe. I could be wrong, but this game is definitely probably not for the faint of heart. This game looks very, very graphic, probably very terrifying. That scene right there is very interesting. Like, whatever that is, like, they look like they were all joined together, and you can see it's very grotesque. Whatever type of abomination that is, I'm not really sure. And then this right here is a really interesting scene. It's like a human in some type of suit. God, that was brutal. I find that to be extremely creepy. That is Ill. That is definitely a game I'm looking forward to. And of course we have ourselves our deranged, zombified baby. Now this is another very interesting game that I find to be very unique, but also very interesting. Like, I truly want to play this game a lot. This is called The Cube. And basically you are on this cube and this thing constantly rotates. It reminds me kind of like the Halo ring does, where you have different environments, different biomes on the Halo ring, except you're on a giant cube that continuously changes. And I'm not really sure what the game's about, I don't know, but I'll just watch it. I mean, you have some really strange creatures like this one. It seems like it's maybe very story oriented. And then of course you have this chick with some very unique armor on. You have a dude that has a propeller, reminds me of Resident Evil 8. But overall, I mean, the graphics look phenomenal. Like, I'm not sure what that was, but just overall, like games like this, I like games that are very unique, that are different, that have like a bunch of different elements into it. Nice shot there. But I like games like that just have a lot of in-depth to them. Now this is another game that I am super excited for. I absolutely love the first Grounded game. This game I have literally hundreds of hours sunk into. I basically 100% of this game. I fought all the bosses. You know, I collected all the different items that you can collect throughout the game. The scabbies, of course the milk molars and stuff. But this is Grounded 2, where you play as the same kids again, except they're a little bit older. And you're basically in a park this time. But the park is supposed to be, I think, 3 times bigger than the original Grounded, like the entire map. But the first part of this game, when it releases, is supposed to be 3 times the size of the original full map of Grounded 1, which is going to be very interesting because now you're in a park and you have, you know, so many different, you know, bugs and equipment and places to explore. And like the fact there's a scorpion, there's a caterpillar, which is, you can ride on different bugs now, different biomes, you know, different weapons. I'm really excited about the ice cream area because it's supposed to be like a cold biome, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. The War Weavers have like a way of defending themselves now. Of course, you have the ants that you can ride. Now you actually encounter Manus, you know, in the yard instead of it being just a boss like it was in the first Grounded. It looked like a giant cockroach. You have stink bug, you have larva, ladybug. Of course, scorpions are new. Yeah, I'm excited. Now, this is another game that I am super excited for. This is Dying Light: The Beast. And I'm actually currently playing Dying Light 2 again because I absolutely love these games. I love zombie games in general, but I like this game because it's like really actiony, but it's also very scary, especially at nighttime. If you've not played Dying Light, I highly recommend that you play it. Just be careful at nighttime because, well, everything at nighttime becomes 1,000 times worse. And of course you have the volatile zombies that are like hyper aggressive, very strong, and they can run, and they're very quick. So, and this one here, it looks like the volatile's gotten some major upgrades, so I'm very interested in that. It's just overall, it's like a good little RPG, hardcore, hack and slash game, and this game looks absolutely stunning. I mean, all the Dying Light games look really good. But this one here is definitely looks very, very done. Very, very good. Very well done. Sorry. I had a tongue twister there. And I'm sorry if this recording might be a little botchy. This is me just going straight through from start to finish recording. I've never done one like this before, so I hope you guys enjoy. But overall, this is another great game. So if you love zombie games and you love like doing some crazy hardcore and just hack and slash, this game's for you. Now, Still Wakes the Deep, Siren's Rest. If you haven't played the first one, it's just called Still Wakes the Deep. It's basically like a little indie type horror game. Now, I liked it a lot because you're basically stranded on an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean, and there's something that like infects people. But to me, it feels a lot like The Thing. I don't know if you ever watched the original Thing or the newer one, where basically there's this like alien creature that can infect humans and it can turn into them and all this other kind of crazy stuff. This game reminds me a lot of that. This game isn't really so much about fighting the monsters. No, it's more of exploring and trying to survive with these creatures that are trying to, well, kill you. And this one looks very good. The first one I thought was phenomenal. Overall, just a really, really good story. Really creepy, dark atmosphere, and it looks like they're going right back into it with this one. So definitely another game that's on my radar that I'm most definitely going to be playing, because if you don't know me, I absolutely love horror games. Anything. Of course, Resident Evil is my all-time favorite horror game, and of course my favorite video game franchise of all time is Resident Evil. Alright, so this is my most, well, I'm most excited for this game right here. This is Resident Evil 9 Requiem. There's not a whole lot of stuff that I know about this game. I know there's a lot of, leaks and rumors, and of course there was like this trailer people played where there's this huge like stalker type enemy that comes after you and you can't really fight it. It's more or less being stealth and trying to survive. And I like the stalker enemies, but I just really hope it doesn't get repetitive, because I know some people got frustrated with Mr. X and stuff. Nemesis, he was great, but except he was not really a pursuer enemy. He was just really kind of dumb, which was a big letdown because Resident Evil Nemesis is my all-time favorite Resident Evil game. Besides, well, I take that back. The first one is my all-time favorite. But you're playing as a new character. Basically, she's an FBI agent. I'm not going to say any names. You guys want to go watch the full trailer yourself, go for it. But essentially, you're an FBI agent. You're trying to uncover these strange deaths and stuff. Then you were tasked to basically find out who murdered her mother. And it shows screenshots of Raccoon City after the bomb that hit it, trying to kill off the T virus, well, and G virus. And it shows screenshots of the city and the ruins. So I'm not really sure if we're going to be going back to Raccoon City or if it's going to be a flashback. I'm not really sure, but I'm just super excited. I've been waiting for years now for any type of news and leaks of Resident Evil, and then we finally got a trailer. But on top of that, we actually got a release date. Now, I will say this, I do have a Resident Evil video coming out talking about this trailer and about what I'm hoping is going to be in the game and what characters are going to make an appearance, because I know everybody's like, oh, Leon. See, I love Leon, yes, but I think that Jill deserves a spotlight just as much as Leon, because both of them were in Raccoon City. They both survived, a very terrible, awful nightmare in that city. So I think both of them honestly deserve, a spotlight in Resident Evil 9, because if they're going to go back to Raccoon City, they're going to go to RPD. Both of them were there. They both, suffered through this nightmare. And if you can see here, here's the ruins of Raccoon City after the government actually bombed it. And it looks phenomenal. Like the graphics of this game, which Resident Evil never lets down. But like right there, and if you look, there's like Leon's Jeep parked out front, supposedly. I'm not sure. There's the large creature. And that, see that, like that police officer changing, it reminds me of like the 1990s. So maybe that's a flashback. I could be wrong. But overall, cannot wait. Now, this is another game that I am super excited for. Like I said, I love horror games, and the fact that we have a Resident Evil game coming out with a release date, and then we have the new Silent Hill F, which is basically a Silent Hill version of it, but except it's in Japanese, like folklore, and I'm not really sure, but overall, just watch this trailer and you'll see what I mean. It's very creepy. You can see the atmosphere, the visuals. It's all, Japanese, Korean, I'm not really sure. But it's very dark, very creepy. You can see this is the girl that you'll be playing as. Now, I don't know all the backstory of this Silent Hill game. I know the other Silent Hill games quite well. I know all the characters and, of course, the story. I played through each one of them. But this game still looks very phenomenal. It looks extremely dark, creepy. And, well, that's just Silent Hill. You can see there's like these strange doll-type creatures that are pursuing the main character here. And basically, I think she's just trying to fight for survival. She looks absolutely terrified, which I can't blame her in the slightest, but better her than me, I guess. But before this video ends, I just want to tell everybody that if you like the top 10 videos, I do have another one in the works, and I am working on other ones. Of course, I'm going to be covering a lot of these games when they come out, making videos on them, and just simply talking about them. I do have a video that's going to hopefully be done and put up on Friday, which is going to be me discussing Resident Evil Requiem and what I'm hoping the game will have in it, and of course my thoughts on it. So if you're interested in any of that, please feel free to like and subscribe. I am a new YouTuber. I am trying to build up my channel and of course build up my subscribers. I'm trying to make the best content that I can right now. I am in the process of working on new software so that I can make better videos. I'm not a huge fan of the software that I'm using right now, but that's a story for another time. But please share my videos around if that's not too much to ask, and if you like the contents, please leave a like on the video so that other people can find my channel, because YouTube is flooded with a lot of content creators, and I know I'm competing against the big dogs out here. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.